tip. Now, hey, just got back from vacation and feeling a little down. Matter of fact, my eye is a little messed up. Maybe got something from Mexico there, but wanted to go over something that we've been kind of introducing and really eye opening for me when I came from the background of internet lead management from the 90s and 2000s and 20 something years of handling internet leads. I've talked about it before about a high percentage of your leads. The number is 60+% of your active leads are on cars that are sold. So do we try to switch those leads to something similar in stock like we do our showroom floor, right? And so we've been introducing some other metrics and some things that, I think are eye-opening when it comes to CRM management and inventory management, because these two systems don't talk to each other. But yet, on the showroom floor, we work together as a team. What I mean by that, the sales managers, GMs, general sales managers, and the sales team, they're meeting and greeting customers, TO and deals, moving cars around and working together as a team. But when it comes to our virtual lot, the internet team's over here in the CRM, calling and emailing customers. The inventory managers over here in their inventory management tool, changing prices and, maybe looking at photos or descriptions and stuff. And neither one are actually talking to each other, meeting and greeting customers. And because here's the thing, if a customer walked around on your showroom floor for 10, 15 minutes without being meted or greeted, the sales manager would have a problem with that. And they would be upset, yell at the sales team to go meet and greet that customer and get the deal rolling. But yet, time and time again, when we look at leads, we have a 15-day-old lead that haven't been contacted in 12 days. And that inventory manager a lot of times didn't know that or don't react the same way as they would on the showroom floor. Same thing with a customer walking into your dealership asking for a vehicle that's sold. At the dealership, we would slow them down and try to see if there's other things that I could show them and switch them to a different vehicle. Is that same manager TOing a internet deal that's on a sold car and seeing if I can talk to him about a different car? But the other concept and things that you got to think about, and I'm sure we do this again physically, is understanding our issues on our inventory when it comes to used car management. Because again, what we're seeing is a lot of dealers are getting less leads per car, and things are slowing down, or maybe a dealer's making some cutbacks and canceled a certain provider and getting less leads, or short on staff and the leads aren't worked as hard. But think about this: as an inventory manager, you should be just as responsible for the internet leads as you are on the showroom ups. Okay, 1. 2, if you've got issues on your showroom floor, let's say you have a few holes to fill, or you're seeing that there's a few trucks out here that haven't been opened up in a week or two, right? Or you have some aged cars and you move them to the special spot on the lot and say, hey, every up that walks in this door, show them these cars. And if you get any leads on these cars, let me know, or whatever. But digitally, what do we do about that? What I mean by that is, let's say we look at your last 2 weeks of sales, right? And here, let's talk about, could be multiple metrics. Maybe your average investment's high. Maybe your SRPs or VDPs are down. But let's talk about carry to sale rates, and let's talk about large pickup trucks. We're seeing those stick around with gas prices and stuff. Higher dollar vehicles sticking around on dealerships' lots. So if I took the look at the fact that you have 10 pickup trucks on your lot right now, and I looked over the last 2 weeks and you've only sold 2 over the last 2 weeks, that puts you on pace to sell 4 trucks in a month, and you have 10 in your inventory and you want those gone in a month, if you do 12 turns. So if I got 10 in stock and I've only sold 4, that's an issue. And I need to go look at my trucks and figure out which trucks do I need to adjust. But before you just, as an inventory manager, go, okay, let's go look at these trucks, see what the issues are, see if I need to change the price, maybe see if I've got leads on them. What would you do first physically? Okay, so let's step back again. Physically on your lot, you come in your dealership in the morning or in the afternoon, and you notice you have 2 holes in your front line, and you need vehicles. So you go out to the front, you go out to the parking lot, you notice you got 2 holes in your front line. You're talking maybe to the porter, trying to figure out what vehicles to go put in those 2 holes. And then you notice there's a customer or 2 floating around on the lot and no one's helping. What do? Do you ignore those customers and just worry about filling those holes? or do the customers come first, right? So directionally, the customers are going to come first. Forget the cars, forget filling the holes. We got to make sure this customer is walking around taken care of. But do we do that digitally? So again, 10 trucks in inventory, we're only on pace to sell 4. Do I just run to go look at the trucks that I have and figure out what adjustments do I make? Or do I run to the leads first, see what leads we have, see if the leads have been communicated with, see if we've been calling an email effectively, see if there's older leads that I haven't, or if I have other leads that were on similar trucks that sold that I can maybe switch to these trucks that are currently in stock and try to switch them, again, like I do on my showroom floor. But going back to the beginning of this conversation, it's hard to do because the CRM is over here doing its own thing. The inventory management tool is over here doing the other thing. Now, the reason why I bring this all up, obviously, is, we've been integrating, and we do that with our Lotwalk tools. We pull the CRM data, we pull your inventory data, we're finding your holes, we're finding that you're not selling enough out of your 16 to 30 age bucket. Okay, first instinct to go look at what cars are in our 16 to 30 day bucket. But really, our first instinct to be, okay, let's go see what cars are there, but essentially what leads are on these cars. Do we have any cars with no leads? Let's handle the cars that have leads, call and email them, see if there's any people we could switch to these other ones. And then let's look at the cars with no leads at all, again, seeing if we could switch, or is it a price problem? But I want to make sure I'm meeting and greeting and talking to the leads we do have. Maximize the leads you do have, because again, if you're short staffed, you cut back on advertising, you're getting less leads per car. You got to maximize every lead that you have. And I don't think, I know that your CRM and your follow-up process on leads are dictated by the age of the lead. The 0 to 7 day old leads we're supposed to call every day. This 8 to 14 day old leads we're supposed to call every other day. And by the time it's 3 or 4 weeks old, we're supposed to call once a week or something like that. If it's a 40, 50 day old lead, we're lucky if it's still live and not dead or moved on, or we're calling or emailing once a month on those type of leads, right? But if that 50-day-old lead is on a car that's still in stock, that means they're on a car that's 50 days or older. If I have a car 50 days and older and have a 60-day age policy, I'm going to want to be calling and emailing that lead every day, regardless of how old it is. But yet my CRM is running it off of how old the lead is and not the situation of the car. So again, you got to look at how your inventory is positioned, what issues are you having, what positions of those cars are. And then so if I find an issue, I'm heavy in large pickup trucks, let's look at the leads that we have, regardless of the age of the lead. Again, if I'm 10 pickup trucks in my inventory, and I'm only on pace to sell 4 in the next 30 days, I got to call and email every one of those leads. I don't care if it's a 30-day-old, 50-day-old lead, 80-day-old lead, 2-day-old lead, or it's a lead on a sold pickup truck, but I could talk to them about this pickup truck. So the positioning, inventory management is lead management. But again, these two systems don't talk together. We've been able to do that together with our Lotwalk tool, if you're interested in seeing that. But if anything, start figuring out ways for you to find those issues on your lot, then isolate it to the leads and work the leads effectively. If you'd like to see how we've integrated this for your Lotwalk tool, again, Lotwalk, like we do a physical Lotwalk, we're doing it digitally, trying to get these two teams to work together. Think about that. Being able to have your inventory manager find issues. You're not selling enough in your 16 to 30 age bucket. You need to get these cars moving, but also have your internet team working together with that manager, trying to figure out how to get these cars moving, because they're now over here working the leads that are over there more effectively, because we got to increase that sale rate. And when we can isolate the problem, find a solution by working the leads, and then increase the odds of getting more leads on those cars by figuring out what cars need to be adjusted to get those leads, that's where you're going to be able to explode and have both teams working together and be more effective with your processes, both inventory and lead management. So again, lotpop.com if you'd like more information. We have a university coming up next week. Go to lotpopu.com if you'd like to attend. It's a 1.5-day class that we do here in Kansas City for free. There's a hotel right here that you can walk right to the office. It's a 1.5-day class. Go to lotpopu.com. I think it's next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, if you want to be able to try to make that. Again, hope you enjoyed this tip, and hopefully it gave you a little bit of insight on both inventory management, which is lead management.